Dang.
And
Do we act like we're currently live?
I think it'll tell me. Yeah, we're live now. I think.
Whoa.
We're live!
Yeah.
Hello, world.
I don't think I put in a stream delay. Hello, everyone.
Neither one?
We're really playing on the edge here. Hello, world is also my computer impression. So it's a good first impression to make.
Hello, world is a good one. So, hello, everybody. Today we're streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. So, hello, everyone that joins us. Hi.
Wow.
Wow.
If you're
for those of you joining us for the first time, sounds like Anthony and I just say the same thing at the same time. My name is Kurt. This is Anthony.
My name is Kurt. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah,
Wait,
right,
no,
yeah.
God damn it. Okay, try again.
Yeah.
Actually, Amanda should probably start because she knows her name better.
I know everyone here, including myself, and I am Amanda. You know me as a person that talks about comics on the internet, probably, but I also do other things, like play indie tabletop RPG games, like this one, They Came to Play Ball, where we're going to be telling you a magical, maybe a little sexy story about anti-ball players who play basically baseball in space. Yeah, and that is me. I am also an actor. Hello. Anthony knows some things, and now he will say hello.
Awesome. Okay. My name is Anthony. I am a lifetime dungeon master. I've sworn myself into this life. I'm a published children's book author. I write choose your own adventure novels. And I am also an economist. That's a fun little addition. I love playing games with these folks. This is the most fun that I will have on a Friday night, and I believe so.
People say it's the most fun stream on all of the internet, and I would agree with them.
Wow.
We don't have any written evidence of that fact, but do take our word for it.
We've heard that people say that. We've heard it before.
This is the most fun stream on the internet.
Wow. It's been said on the internet now.
Yep.
Extremely cool.
And this is Kurt. I think he's down here. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm down here. Hello, I'm Kurt. I'm down here. Don't question it. We're just going to roll with the gestures. I am a tabletop role-playing game designer and aficionado living in Ottawa, Canada. I also wear many hats, but for tonight, the only hat I'm going to be wearing is narrative storytelling game player, which I will be sharing with both of these two. We only have one hat. Yeah, it's not going to be a fedora. Can it be like a straw hat?
Straw hat? A toque?
Yeah.
All right.
Toque could actually look good on all of us.
Shouldn't you wear a baseball hat? Shouldn't we all be wearing baseball hats?
No. We should have known.
But
we had a chance.
In space, so I don't know what that means. Is it like a baseball hat, but then the helmet's connected to it? Maybe.
Or those two little antennae, like you're a Martian, come off the top.
Yeah.
Boing, 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 boing.
That's good. I like it. Also, hello, Michael and Signal Station and Piano Man. Thank you for joining us. And also, good to know that YouTube is a few seconds ahead for some reason. I don't know. It's my first time streaming on YouTube, so I know not what it is, and it is my first time. So hello to anyone as well that might be watching on the YouTubes.
I should say Signal Station is also a Michael. So this is the Michael from last time.
The other Michael.
YouTube, you think this is the first time this has ever happened, but it's not, actually.
It's happened.
This has been going on.
We do this all the time, and you will see Zachary is actually joining us on YouTube and says that they would love to see me in Hollywood. That's so nice, Zachary. Thank you. I would also love to see myself in Hollywood. Maybe one day that will happen. I've auditioned for some pretty big projects, but just waiting to book it. So sure it'll happen eventually.
I will never let you into my productions.
Get this woman out of here.
And she'll be busy for streams. Ugh. Ugh.
I'll just have to stream from hotels and stuff. I'll still do this. That's definitely not going to change. I'll be on the set, dressed up like a tree or something, or whatever role I'm playing in this film.
Oh, you booked the tree role?
Yeah, I'll be in the Lord of the Rings show as like an Ent. I guess actually I'll just be in
that'd
like
be sick.
mocap then. It'll just be me in mocap, like, hey guys.
Right. They could still use your whole face though, right? They can just like
Yeah.
keep that part. That can happen.
Just glue it on the tree.
I'm just going to point out that at least 2 separate individuals are present on both streaming platforms.
Wow, that's commitment.
Folks, I don't want to spoil anything, but it is going to be exactly the same content on both sites. So feel free to pick your favorite.
Or
That's
if
fine.
you want to join us on both, that's appreciated. Thank you for giving us a little boost. I appreciate. Yeah, so we have said hi. Also, if you're joining us on YouTube, you're going to be able to see our Twitch chats on the screen. So feel free to also interact, and we can always relay to people. But for now, Kurt, why don't you tell us about this wonderful, wacky game that we're playing today? Oh my
Boy,
goodness.
howdy, I
Piano
will.
Man, thank you for subscribing.
I don't know if anyone has heard of Blaseball before, but Blaseball is too complex to even begin describing. Suffice it to say, wacky baseball, crazy online phenomenon. It was a whole dang thing. The best way I think we can introduce this game is just to straight up read off the first page. And I think the best way to do that is to get either one of you two darlings to read off the page that begins.
Sweet.
Go
Want me
for
to
it.
start? I put it in the chat.
He answered.
I did. The answer for those of you who can't see it is Daniel Kahneman. It's a pretty basic B answer, basic economist. He won the Nobel Prize, but after being a big shot economist, he then turned all of his attention to trying to measure human well-being and helped promote the area of human well-being science, and I think that's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Also, we can totally see chat from both YouTube and Twitch on this. So whatever platform you're watching on, you'll be able to see what everybody's saying if you want to chat with them, which is pretty cute.
Wait, what? On the on-screen thing
Yeah,
down there or whatever?
Yeah.
It's all there?
It's all there.
Whoa, Amanda.
It's very
the internet's
tiny.
magic.
I know. And also, Piano Man just subscribed on YouTube, and so the jumping dinosaur means a YouTube subscribe. I just realized that comes on the screen.
Dang,
Also,
worlds coming together.
For those of you that love my treat stream, sadly I cannot treat stream tonight as I'm streaming a little bit more remotely. So I found out in order to change the address for my treat stream.
From the mocap stage.
Yeah, it actually wipes all my treats, and then I'd have to redo it when I change it back. So I'm just not gonna. But if you want to support, you can always donate, or bits, or just you being here is fantastic. So thank you. Okay, so we have to read these pages.
Yeah, let's start off with Anthony on page 1. Don't worry, Amanda, there will be things for you to read. I promise.
Okay, they came to play ball. Humanity ventured into space, finding it was alone in the universe, until they came from behind physics. Wait, did I say that right? Until they came from behind physics, and they came to play ball. Now, teams of athletes touched by the eldritch energies of the void beyond meet on the pitch to the screams of the roaring fans to play the greatest game of all. Anti-ball, anti-ball, anti-ball. Your teams have gathered at Athabascus Station for the commencement of the Tournament of Bells, an event held only during the alignment of chord nebulae. Untold prestige will come to the winning team, as all the eyes of the galaxy are upon you. And they are watching too. They. Somewhere needs to house all the rambunctious and fired up players, though. Enter Riot City. Every alignment, this ramshackle area of tent stalls, beach spaceships, and prefab mansions is built over the ruins of the previous Riot City, filled with athletes and even a few fans, all crammed together. It's a den of sanctioned sin and transgression. And touched with the void, even more strangeness can occur there. but that's just the life of an anti-ball player. You are one such foolhardy aspirant to the tournament title. You live complicated lives, face off in front of a screaming crowd, fall in love, get into trouble, deal with fame, and even sometimes die on the pitch. Welcome to Athabassus Station.
Hell yeah.
Very
Thank you,
cool.
Anthony. An excellent introduction.
Snaps.
Amanda, we're going to have you skip a little bit ahead, just a couple pages forward to page 45. You don't need to start reading it yet. While you navigate there and the PDF inevitably loads, I will say a little bit about what we can expect from this game.
Sure.
So this game, They Came to Play Ball, was developed by Adira Slattery, who's a cool game designer on the scene. Very prolific across a vast gulf of different like genres and areas of interest. Adira is just a very cool human being. This game, They Came to Play Ball, uses what's called the Firebrands framework. The Firebrands framework is a sort of system by which we've got a whole bunch of mini games to choose from. Suddenly mechanically relevant for Amanda and Anthony. We got a whole bunch of mini games we're choosing from, and every like turn for your scene, you're going to pick one of them. And then we will do the things that it demands. That's going to involve reading some things off the page, probably filling in some blanks from your imagination.
What? These two
have pretty excellent imaginations, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And just ad-libbing wherever you feel appropriate. You don't even have to read off the page. You can just like extend the concept forward. This is a guidance, a framework that we are building upon. For history nerds out there, the Firebrands framework was developed, like I said, by the Bakers, McGuey and D. Vincent. These two are also responsible for the Apocalypse World game that then spiraled into the entire Powered by the Apocalypse genre of games, which is huge. That's a huge realm of game design.
Yeah.
I like that you started that with history nerds. You mean the very
extremely niche information nerds out there.
Specifically niche role-playing game history nerds.
Yeah. Narrative ludology nerds.
Ludo historical nerds.
I love it.
Ludo historical nerds.
Also,
and thank you.
Thank you for what you were gonna say. Thank you so much for resubscribing. And thank you for 6 months. Woohoo! Indeed, that is a long time.
Nick the Good. Have we been doing this for all 6 months?
I think we probably have. Yeah, Nick, when you started watching us, was this a thing we did on my Twitch? I also do other things over there, so if y'all are watching on YouTube, sometimes I play games of the video variety, if you like that. And I also want to try to bring back, I used to do this, I don't know if I could do it now, I don't know if it'd be allowed, but I used to do this thing called Drunk Dexterity, where we would drink and play dexterity games, and it was pretty fun in person, so I might try to bring that back.
Now dexterity games are banned from Twitch, which is a real shame.
It's a real shame. I'm just
not
sure
about.
I think dexterous. On Twitch it might be okay, but I don't know on YouTube if it would be okay, because I don't think drinking is like at all allowed on YouTube. But yeah, I guess we could just sip soda from cups.
Is this officially soda? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
This is soda. That's true. Yeah.
This is actually iced tea, so it's not soda.
This is also soda, in case you weren't sure. It's flat now, but it was soda before. Yeah.
Soda. Oh my goodness. John, thank you so much. John says Amanda is life. I appreciate
What a nice thing to hear.
It's a lovely thing to say.
There you go.
Amanda is death.
Hey, Life, could you read out some text from page 45?
I definitely can. I have the thing. And also, Nix confirms that, yes, 6 months ago, we were doing this. So we've been doing this for at least 6 months. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
Okay. So, the Cosmic Bells of Athabassus Station. Athabassus is going to definitely... I'm glad that I'm just drinking soda, because this would mess me up. Athabassus Station... floats lonely through space until the chord nebulae align and everything changes. The station explodes in life. An entire city is built whole cloth, and through it all, the bells begin to ring. Some say the bells are just pleasant off-gassing from the station's engines and life support. Some say the bells were crafted by a single person with a singular vision, who never lived to see their life's work completed. Some say the bells are a gift from them, forged in the upside down fires of the void beyond, and given to humanity out of thanks for welcoming strangers with open arms. Some say the bells were already here, waiting. Where they come from, none can deny that the bells exist. Large and imposing, they dominate the black sky as brass constellations of sound. Their arrival signals the beginning of the alignment, and some locals to the station even take to wearing earplugs when they're out and about. But the bells don't bother you. A hardened veteran of the pitch, you've seen and heard weirder things. It's okay. The bells don't mind. I love
Thank
the
you,
bells.
Amanda.
They're so good. Yeah,
The
thank
bells.
you. Oh boy.
Great. Which leaves us with one more little piece of theme, and I did save my favorite for myself. And because, like Anthony, I'm also boring and economical, I I do also have an economics degree. I am roasting us both right now. My passage that I must read you is called Excerpts from the Tournament Sanctions, 3rd edition. This is for all those out there who are wondering, what is anti-ball? What actual sport is being played here? What is it? What's happening here? And I will illuminate this for you by reading this passage. Below are a number of selected rules which govern the official matches of the Tournament of Bells. Off the books, underdeck matches obviously do not happen during alignment, as such, these rules have little bearing over those non-existent and vicious challenges of pride. 1.13.g. All teams will arrive on the pitch with weapons, regulation swords, in hand, and all must be manipulated and carried by a single player. For more on the definition of regulation swords, see Section 6, Official Murder. 4.67.x. The ball must enter the net to score a goal. It does not count if the net enters the ball.
That makes sense.
3.21.a. Penalties shall be awarded for mercy at the sideline referee's discretion. 7.80.r. Coaches may not call a timeout if the ball is in motion, only when it is at rest. 5.37.I. Play will not be paused in the event of the following disasters occurring on the pitch: wildfire, spaceship crash, meteor shower, or flooding. Play will be paused for commercials as normal during the stated disasters. And finally, 0.00.a. Anti-ball is a game played in matches. It is nothing more, nothing less. It is only a game.
Only a game.
Oh my
And
god.
that's as much as we get told about anti-ball. The rest is all us, baby.
I love it.
The mechs, I have not seen them yet. I'm actually going to be doing a watch party on my OF on Saturday or Sunday, I think. I'm going to be doing a watch party. So, yeah, it should be really fun, though. I've been holding on to watching them just to watch them with everyone, so I'm very excited. That's for the Sandman. I don't know if you guys have seen the Sandman yet, but Anthony and Kurt, I would also recommend you watch. It is so good. It is delightful.
I haven't read the books yet,
That's
and
okay.
I kind of want to read the books first.
Oh man, well it's gonna be a while.
A while, yeah. There's like a
75
million
issues. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot to read. I would say though that the show, I think you could watch the show before reading, and you would still quite enjoy both versions. I would say my recommended order for people right now is the audiobook, then the show, then the books.
Wait, is it not a comic series?
It is.
But there's an audiobook.
There's an audiobook. Yeah.
Of the comics?
Help?
It's so
What?
good. Yeah, it's really good. You should definitely listen to the audiobook.
Whoa.
But also, I've been saying to everyone, honestly, though, Sandman needs our hype on Netflix so that it can get renewed. So I now say to people, I would say that order, but also watch the show first so that we can get a season 2, please, because you'll be helping me out. Because I really want a season 2. Yeah. than
Cool.
the show. Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness. I love that Zachary has a favorite economist. That's so
And
great.
it's a sick choice too. Amartya Sen is very cool.
Yeah. Oh
Does
my
lots of
gosh.
important things.
Wow. I feel like now I need to become an economist. I'm going to work on
Yeah,
that for
you're
you
the
guys.
you're the
You're
only
the-
one
yeah.
without an economics degree.
It's
Come
I
on.
know.
weird that you aren't, Amanda.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
How
going
are
to get
you
it.
expecting to stream without an economics degree?
How am I ever going to make it to Hollywood if I don't get an economics degree?
What's
That's
the
what I'm
pathway
thinking.
there?
Yeah.
I'll be rooting for you, but it'll be an uphill battle,
It will
honestly.
be. Okay, so now we know how to play. We know about the bells. We know about the station.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so our object as players is pretty simple. We want to create messy entanglements. We're going to fall in love with our enemies, ally with our rivals, fight with our friends. It's just going to be a big, cool, messy story about the drama between these teams and their members. Each of us is going to be from a different team because that makes sense. We're going to be picking a team that we are
Okay.
going to be a part of, and there are like 5 or 6 options to choose from. There are some other things we will be creating about our characters as well as we go around the table, so to speak, our proverbial table. Everyone knew that we weren't sitting at one table. I didn't have to make it all metaphorical there.
No, this is one room. It's just a really weird room with
It's a-
strange lighting.
Not consistent, but if I reached out far enough into that black space behind me, you would find both of them there somewhere in that darkness
Dark.
playing anti-ball.
With our swords drawn. Oh my goodness.
Cool. So let us, how much do I want to tell you about rules? Now let's just make our characters. Let's make our
Okay.
characters. So
Let's do it.
the first thing we want to do is pick a team. The list of teams for Amanda and Anthony, or anyone who randomly owns this game at home and is following along, the general description of the teams, I'll just go through really quickly, and then they follow through on pages 9 through 13. So
Okay.
here's the general description of all of them. The Auroras, holding the most tournament titles of any team, the Shining Knights of the Auroras plan to soar over the competition. The Blue Skulls. Aquatic and serious, the Blue Skulls have been long-time attendees of the Tournament of Bells. They have never won the title ever.
Oh.
We have
Okay.
the Roughnecks. First-timers to the tournament, the Roughnecks are here to have a rip-roaring good time and maybe crack a few skulls. That's always fun. We have the Gargoyles. The unrelenting fury of the Gargoyles is only matched by how much they love their fuzzy whittle beasts. And then we have the Hellions. Burning their way across the pitch, the Hellions are cunning, crafty, and will do whatever it takes to win, all with a smile. So that's our options.
Wow.
Anything calling out to any of us?
So many of these things. I think for me, I'm feeling the Blue Skulls, the Roughnecks, or the Gargoyles. All those sound pretty good to me. But the Hellions also sound good.
Haha, Amanda chose everything.
I just didn't choose the first one, the Auroras. Right. I didn't choose that one. They all sound really good. I don't know.
I'm gonna choose the Roughnecks.
The Roughnecks.
Boom.
What about
Choices
you,
were
Kurt?
made. Why me? I had to do an announcer voice.
I know, but I
I'll
mean, what
be-
stands out to you?
You know what? I think it would be fun for drama if I was the Auroras, just because they're prissy
Okay.
little folks who always have their ducks in a row. And I think it's nice to have kind of
Right.
a team to root against, the upper dogs to root against.
So, and can we be on the same team or no?
No, we
Okay.
mayn't.
I'm gonna be the Gargoyles then. We have little beasts.
Little
A
beasts.
fuzzy little
Little
beast.
beasts.
Who did you pick again, Anthony? The
Roughnecks.
Roughnecks. Are you going to do that Cockney accent the whole time?
I hope so.
Yes, of course I am. Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if you did.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. So we are going to pick a few pieces of info about our characters. Many of them are prompted in the section with your team. They're also listed in your little player area. So you'll need a position which are listed in your team as options. You'll need a number, you'll need some attractive qualities, an eldritch mark, and of course, your name and pronouns for your character. If anyone wants to start, you may do so. Otherwise, I can take it.
I'll start. Because again, you have to read everything, so we need to give Kurt time, Okay, welcome to the Roughnecks. I'm just going to read a little blurb about them. They come from many backgrounds, having fought their way out of prisons and asteroid mines, but none of that matters in the pitch. Riot City has been all the more rambunctious this alignment, as the Roughnecks don't go anywhere without having a good time. So I got to choose 3 attractive qualities. I want to introduce you to my character, named Shovelhead. Is the nickname that he typically goes by. He's got he/him pronouns, and this doesn't fit any of the bits so far, but this idea I have on the Auroras, and things have gone very downhill very quick. Now the captain of the Roughnecks, Shovelhead is definitely blunt about everything. He's definitely strong in all ways. He's gone through a lot in this past year, and any other player would not have made it, but Shovelhead would. Nothing was going to stop him. And finally, he's blunt, he's strong, and you know what? He's excited. I think that one's a little harder to see because it's under the surface. He's not excited like, yay! I can't wait. He's got a bit of a rough exterior, but inside, there's nothing that brings him more joy than this sport, this event, and he is a cauldron of excitement. Choose a name that'll be easy to remember. Shovelhead, not bad. I like that it says you can use your own real name if you like, which I did. I did use my own real name. Anthony's my real name.
That is the real name.
Choose a position and number for your character. Some positions on the Roughnecks include, but are not limited to, whiskey center, slam back, hard forward, and big guard. We're going to be left Punisher. There's a left and a right Punisher.
Right.
I'm the left one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Interacting with the void beyond leaves a permanent change on the soul of a person and warps the body. I need to describe my eldritch mark. Interesting. Okay, so it should be related to brawn, hair, horns, or spikes. I think a member of the Auroras, Shovelhead had like beautiful black feathers that came out from underneath his skin. But in the time since, these 2 massive spikes have grown out of his shoulder blades and arced up over his head, completing this kind of raven-y look as he hobbles about the anti-ball pitch.
Perfect.
Finally, I've got to say something with my teammates. Maybe? No? Maybe not.
Yeah, actually, yeah. How do you... No, just tell everyone these ways that you see your teammates, which is all of them. Okay.
So it says here, my teammates are rambunctious best friends. Think of them as cousins. I literally have a cousin on the team. Blood brothers, also literally true. Or even a big polycule. Oh, that's so nice. That's right. That's all that is for me.
Not cousins and polycule being in the same description set. Great. Oh, no, we need your number. What's your number? To go with the fans wear, in addition to their big foam spade hats that Michael so cleverly quipped about.
I hate when I miss the chat when I'm talking too much. I miss the good bits. I'm number 1 on this team. I've taken my chance to put myself in the lead position.
Okay, there we go. Amanda, I see that you have populated an entire person, a real human or inhuman person.
Yes.
Can you introduce? Yeah, please. Yeah, tell us about.
I'll tell you about Troll. So first, let me tell you about the gargoyles. So the gargoyles go everywhere with their beasts, acting like a roving menagerie all throughout the Bassus. At the Bassus station. I think I should just have my character. My character maybe just has a lisp.
Yeah.
Do you want to rename it to Athabascus, which we clearly all want to call it?
We definitely do.
No, I like that I struggle with it.
Okay.
Can we rename it to Athabascus Station, just so that whenever we mess it up, it's on purpose?
Yes. Yeah.
Like with the hesitation hard.
Bassus, yeah. At the Bassus station. They are always affectionate and tender to their furry friends, a strong contrast with how solidly they pulverize their enemies on the pitch. Despite their fearsome reputation, or maybe because of it, the gargoyles are really just a bunch of big softies. In a match, the gargoyles are always trying to bring beasts with them onto the pitch. Usually they are left with only their gnawing living swords in hand. So, let me tell you about my character. So her name is Troll. She plays for the gargoyles. Her position is upside down beastman. So there's the first, second, third, and the upside down beastman. Obviously, an anti-ball. Her number is 29, and her attractive qualities are hefty, idealistic, and thoughtful. And her eldritch mark is she has 2 eyes in her armpits.
Yeah. I love Troll.
And I kind of am going to take inspiration from the fact that they said for our names, kind of use, like if we want to use our own name just so it's more memorable, we can. I'm just going to say that she looks similar to me, but she's a little like stockier and has eyes in her armpits, which I do not. And she has like just like a mane of like wild red hair that like wisps about. And maybe fangs. Sick. She might have fangs.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that,
I feel like eyes in your armpits would come in handy when you're playing anti-ball sometimes, you know?
Yeah, they might. Or it might be... I'm not sure if it'll be helpful or if it'll be harmful or if it'll be both. I don't know. But, I mean, you can see things that you might not be able to see. But you could also get poked in the eye.
Yeah, imagine getting tickled in the armpits.
You just asked me to imagine getting tickled in the eyeballs, is what you did.
Great. I already love this. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Your turn, Kurt.
Could you pen down some words from my? You're
I'm
already
ready.
There.
Yep.
This is why Anthony. They're just too good. They're too good for this
We're
world.
simpatico.
Thank you, Anthony. Okay, the Auroras. The Auroras are the reigning champions of the last Tournament of Bells, and the last one, and the last one. On and on, this team is brutal and cold in their continued domination of the tournament, clad in scant armor and bravado. These argent warriors glide to the net over and over, for you know that unlike the rest of this rabble, you deserve to win. In a match, the Auroras are wielding these long-handed blades, and we prize speed over raw power. Our games are always high scoring, either for them or the other team. Sometimes, you gotta take your gambles,
Interesting.
I'm going to be choosing 3 attractive qualities. I think that I am, for sure, glamorous.
Okay.
For sure, glamorous. I think lithe as well. I'm quite lean, quite wiry. And then I think as a last one, let's say that I'm also, I feel like we're going to go with fair, and perhaps I'm actually fair in more than one way. Like I am fair of complexion, almost sort of have a glow to me when the stars catch my face just right. But I'm also like, I'm not unkind, and I think, have some sense of justice.
I like that. Quick side note. Lithe? What? How do you pronounce that word?
I say
Lithe?
lithe, but I think you can say either.
I just wanted
I'm
the world
opening
out
up
there to know
the
word.
dictionary.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
what the dictionary say.
Oh, this particular dictionary says live.
Huh.
Lithe.
Live. They say the
Live.
th of scythe or
Ah.
smooth.
Yeah, the
Interesting. As opposed to live. Well, this sounds like the way that they would pronounce it, that my team would pronounce it. So I now have to say live.
live. So you are glamorous, lithe, and fair. In more ways
That's
than one.
me. I've got to choose a name. I think my name, I was going to choose she, her pronouns, but I think I'm just an NB icon today. So I think my name is in fact going to be, I'm just going to straight up do the classic NB move of grabbing geographical features and making that your name. It's going to be Ocean. That's
Ocean.
my name.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Ocean.
They,
them. Excellent.
Ocean, they, them. Yeah. I think Ocean's position. Oh, it's bright back for sure.
Bright back. Ocean, a famous bright back.
Yeah. Not perhaps the best known bright back.
Chris!
What did Chris do this
Chris
time?
Just gifted
Chris. Classic Chris move.
Subs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 subs. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you.
You're the OG, Chris.
You are. Always coming
Fiscally powering this stream.
Really, truly. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that.
The question is, can we gift subs or memberships or whatever on YouTube? Is that a thing?
No. On YouTube, though, you can just
you have to click it yourself.
And it's still super helpful. So if you are watching on YouTube and you want to subscribe, it is super helpful.
Yeah, everybody out there watching on YouTube, I am currently gifting you a subscription.
Oh, that's so
and
nice.
to claim it, you just have to click the big red button that you see on your screen. You're welcome. It's a gift.
Hit that bell if you want to get a notification every time Amanda drops a new video.
No, we're not doing that.
Hold on, let me pose for our thumbnail. Okay. Oh, we were all too ready. Okay, everyone should know that I draft the preview images for this stream, and I was complaining the other day to these two that I can never get a frame in which we all look attractive, attentive, and like we're having fun, because someone's always dropping some silly joke in midway through it or something. And then
one of us always looks ridiculous. Isn't that
well,
kind of what you
I said this to my spouse, and my spouse was like, why don't you just not grab a screen that you're all, why don't you just sub in a different picture of one of you from one of the time in the stream?
My
I was
spouse.
I'm a fool, actually.
And open hand, thank you for subscribing.
That's me.
That's you. Thank you for subscribing, Kurt. It's about
I'm trying to set a good example. And Open Hand was my going to be a tabletop gaming podcast and video franchise. And then I recorded one episode with Anthony and never put it anywhere. That's true. That is true.
That happened.
Okay.
Retroactive. Thank you, Zachary, for subscribing. We were going to describe my my number. What's my number? My number, I already picked that, actually. My number is 100. And that's because we never forget an Aurora. If they served on this team, their number shall never go to any other. It is always retired. And so I am the 100th of my line. And I'm, in fact, the 100th Brightback as well. We use different systems for each different position. The forward knight uses the Roman numerals.
Right.
The small center is an alphabet. For the pilot wing, it's the Greek alphabet, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
I really wanted the Devnagari script, but I mean, Brightback uses numbers, so that's how it is.
That's just the rules.
That's just how we do.
That's just how the Brightbacks do.
Mr. Kurt, you need to choose an Eldritch Mark for Ocean.
Yeah,
I must bond with Michael Van Vliet first, who says Signal Station was a name for an MP3 review site, and that didn't happen either.
Heck yeah!
Anthony, thank you for subscribing.
What, me?
What, you?
Came up on the thing. I love you guys.
Just getting high on our own supply, folks. Okay, sorry. Now I'm dragging the anchor behind me.
This is quality content.
Eldritch Mark. My Eldritch Mark is I said earlier I have my skin almost glows, though that was a bit of burying the lead because I do glow. I have an almost vampiric twilight glow going on. It's this shimmering, sparkling. The darker it is, the clearer I am. And I think that's an important mantra for the bright back to hold. That's how all lights work, Anthony. Okay, you see them better in darker environments.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, Chris, to answer your question, yes, sadly no tree stream today because I'm streaming remotely, and I found out in order to change the address, there's no way that I can do it without wiping all my treats. So like anytime you change the address, it wipes everything you've already entered, and then you have to I guess because if you're in a different place, obviously you have different places to choose from. So it makes sense. But it's just more, I don't want to have to reset it up again. So sadly, no. But I do have my Streamlabs donations or my Ko-Fi or
coffee.
My coffee. Yeah, my coffee.
Life.
My life.
I have my leaf.
Or bits. You can always throw bits if you have any. That's also appreciated. Or just be here because you also just gifted 10 subs. So I think you've done enough. I think you can
rest on your oars, sailor.
Yeah,
you have traveled far.
Yeah, so appreciate you. Also, I did add a command. So now if you guys go into the Twitch stream chat and you put coffee, KOFI, my link will come up for that as well. And I also added it to my my Nightbot send a treat or tip. So that's also there for people that want it.
There you go.
I finally did that. Took me a while, but here we go.
Speaking of finally doing that, I guess I need to read my last sentence, which is, my teammates are my comrades in arms, always ready to lend a hand. Think of them as knights, heralds, and loyal champions. So there is Ocean.
All right.
And that's our characters. We did it. Game over. Done.
Yay, thanks for watching.
If this is your first time watching us play a game, that takes a long time every time.
The first third of the game is just us being like, how do we, or of our stream is always us being like, how do we do, and who are we?
I like that how do we do could be interpreted as what are we doing, and how do you do? Oh, it's good to see you again, old friend.
But both of those things are true, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we also usually are on here chatting with each other for a while before we even come on, we still have more things to say.
Yeah, so, that's only for our Patreon subscribers. And the Patreon is limited to these 3 people. Nobody else can get in. So sorry.
Allowed.
There's only 3 spots.
We should start a Patreon that just has our chat at the beginning of randomness.
In which I wave at the screen and think Anthony can't hear me yet. And then Anthony tells me, you're just... Yeah. Cool.
What was I going to say? Oh, Rapala, thank you for being here. And I also just wanted to say, I'm glad you're enjoying Canada.
Ooh.
That's good for you.
We'll have to check in on any maple syrup experiences later in the stream, Rapala.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the maple syrup?
Not for now. Amanda's here. Do not reply to that.
I will not. It's like Simon Says.
Almost got you. All right. So now what do? We have characters.
Yeah. Okay. So every turn we are going to pick one of the events, which are sort of listed throughout the book. I'll just really briefly say their names and nothing more. The events are Galactic Press, Blowing Off Steam, Conversation Over Drinks, Entreat the Void, One-on-One, Play Ball. That one's long. Practice Together, Time Away from Crowds, and Listen to the Bells.
Ooh.
Yeah. I should say there is also a game. Listen to the Bells can be played only by yourself and without telling us you're doing it. feel free to flip on over to page 40 if you want to know how that works. But no one on the stream will ever know when you're listening to the bells.
It says you may play this during any other game. So just watch for that. Those of you watching, try to spot when we're playing, listen to the bells.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay.
Okay, Kurt, either you're constipated or you're playing listen to the bells.
What? No, you can't see my tells. I'm not listening to bells. The game will just continue with each of us picking a different mini game and going through the prompts and whatever it tells us until we all have to have had at least one turn. And at that point on your turn, anyone can, at any point on some future turn, pick closing ceremony, the final game, and that ends our gameplay. I don't know why this is the gesture, but it's better than this. I see me fiddling with the buttons today because I've got little buttons. Oh, I hate seeing me fiddling with them in the little video of me from 30 seconds ago. Anyway, closing ceremony involves the last aspect of this game I haven't mentioned, which is momentum. Momentum is a currency. We all start with 4 momentum. That's right. It's just like this.
Can you use this thumbnail for the next one?
I'm going to have to now. It's going to be a GIF. A GIF, if you will.
A GIF,
live. And what we need momentum for is to do certain actions. When they ask us to have momentum, we will spend them, lowering our total on our character sheet. You guys can't see it, but Amanda and Anthony have access to that. I just did it. Okay. And at the end of the game, we'll check to see who has the most and least momentum, and they have a narrative thing to resolve. Great.
Okay.
That's
I thought you were going to say the person with the most momentum wins, and I was like, that's the most hilarious twist to a narrative storytelling game, is that someone just straight up wins at the end.
You win. Well, I mean, someone has to win, though, at some point, because we're playing ball, right?
I think narratively, like, a team will win, yes,
right.
but that's not part of our duties as a player. In fact, it's very explicitly like that's your goal. Yeah, your goal is to like create trouble for yourself, make a cool thing happen. And as a general rule, Anthony, if you're not sure what to do on your turn, Galactic Press is a good choice, and Conversation over Drinks is a good choice too. Sweet. So we always start the game with everyone participating in Galactic Press, which is just sort of establishing some beefs usually that we have with other teams.
Hell yeah.
All right, I like it.
And that is on page 18 of 48, probably depending on your PDF reader. Galactic, it says 15 on the page itself, but I don't care about that. All I care about is what my application tells me.
Gotcha.
Are you playing by yourself on this one?
Normally.
We all do it this time.
In this first thing in which we're all going to do Galactic Press. So we're going to choose a press release from our team, read aloud, and do anything. Yeah, we're not going to be This is the only game that we're not like embellishing much.
Oh, okay.
Everything else, go ham. On this one, we're pretty much just saying what it says.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick. What are our teams? We've got the Roughnecks and the Gargoyles. Is that who we are? The Roughnecks are just a bunch of unwashed and unkempt farmers. They do not deserve the title.
Wow.
And then, what's the context here? Are these like beaming out over the radio?
Yeah.
So wait, did you choose that from your team or from?
Yes, from the Auroras.
Oh, I see.
Now going over to the representative from the Roughnecks for a return reply. Let's hear what they have to say. The Auroras? More like the fuck auras, am I right? Hey! Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, one of them fainted.
One of them fainted. Okay.
I can't believe it. It actually says that. I thought Anthony was breaking the rules and embellishing.
No.
He was not.
That's it. Playing by the rules, this guy.
Oh my gosh. Now over to the gargoyles. The gargoyles representative would like to remind you that while we admire the roughnecks' dedication, we will crush them at Antiball anytime, anywhere.
Well, say about that.
Dang. All right.
Great.
That's our initial press release. We've established some beefs. There is beef in the room.
There's a
Beef
lot of
on the
beef.
field.
Vegetarians beware. I am being aware.
I can't play this game anymore. Mom, pick
I
me up.
can't be exposed to beef. Don't worry, vegetarians. We're on your side. 2 of the 3 of us aren't currently consuming a charcuterie board. Okay. Anthony, let's go clockwise around our virtual circle and make it your turn to pick any mini game next. And if it's got instructions, you do them.
Just a quick side note. I think we've maybe been looking for like a name for our streams. Maybe like what do we call them? And the Dream Team's nice, but I'm suggesting Amanda and her vegan economists as a possibility that we can play with.
I mean, it's so strangely accurate. Is the weird thing.
So I get to choose a minigame, yeah?
Yeah.
We're gonna do conversation over drinks. Because Kurt told me to, basically. And it says choose another player. Ask how you 2 came to be drinking together and who else you've invited. Those players can accept or decline to join in. So I'm actually choosing a player. I'm not choosing somebody to like be my teammate or anything. I'm choosing one of you to be your character, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna invite Troll to come drinking with me. And I'm asking you, I think, how we came to be drinking together, and if we've invited anybody else. There's only one other person to. Well, I guess we could invite other people who are not maybe players in this game. I suppose.
Yeah.
We could also invite Kurt if we. Ocean.
Right. So how did we come to be drinking?
Have your little scene.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you invited me to come drinking with you.
Think nothing of it. I've been meaning to have a chat.
A chat, you say?
Yeah. Well, me and the boys, in a gender-neutral way, are here brand new, and we need as much help as we can get to get through this. And there's some teams that maybe deserve being taken down a notch, if you catch what I'm ladling.
Oh, yes, you're talking about how the Auroras always win.
Yeah.
Games of anti-ball. Yes, I think it is time for them to resign, perhaps.
That's a good setup. There are rules about how we're supposed to conduct the conversation, so I know we could just go full on, but let's try to follow the rules for at least once and see what happens.
Okay.
How do you, Troll, look to me, and what's your mood at this moment?
I think you look short, and also...
That's not the question I asked, but I like it.
That's how you look to me. And my mood is that I am feeling very flirty.
Excellent. Okay. All right, we're switching it around. I wanted to know how you looked to me, but now I'll tell you how you look to me.
Oh, how do I look to you? Oh, I can't tell you. You tell me how I look to you. I think that's better.
Great. Yeah, to me, you're looking like broad, intimidating, and like awe-inspiring. I'm leaning in. And my mood is stressed, but conniving.
Conniving. I like that. Okay, so anyone can ask for details about the setting, occasion, or circumstances, whether or not they are in person. If you are drinking in public, others may chime in as fans or press trying to draw your attention. So I guess, Kurt, if you want to play the role of fan/press.
Sounds like you're in public then.
Yeah, we are.
I think we are in public. Is there anyone else with us? Because we didn't really establish that.
I think it's just us, based on the context so far. Maybe somebody else will arrive, but I think
I
it's just
think
the
I
two
have
of
like
us.
a lot of little like tribbles.
Oh, like small and fuzzy that kind of like.
Yeah. They're just
Right,
all over
Love
me.
sure.
They're just covered in them.
And I think that we've gone for drinks in Sarge, like one of like a large like tent bar that has been put up, and it was sort of like with like canvas flaps, like packed. The ground's already like muddy, and the tables are like sinking deeper into the mud, and we're like tucked away in a corner. Is how I'm imagining it.
Yes.
On our turn, we have turns in this conversation. On your turn, choose one or more of your conversational partners and choose an action. I think I'll choose troll. Ask a topical question is number one. 2 is engage in impromptu conversation. Okay. 3, pass, saying instead something about the drinks. Sure. 4, leave the conversation or signal that you're no longer taking part.
Okay.
I like that literally they gave us instructions about how to have a conversation.
So, and when we say,
Say something.
engage in impromptu conversation, does that mean like, so you ask a question, the other person responds? Is that what that would be? Impromptu. It would mean like it's immediate conversation. Yeah? Am I interpreting this correctly, Kurt? Oh, you're muted.
Excuse me. Sure, that seems like a reasonable back and forth.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Should you start or should I start?
I'll start. I sent you a space telegram. Did you receive it?
I think this drink is not strong enough for me.
All right. I see you're playing it coy. Fine. Change the topic of conversation. You're looking nice tonight. I like that tribble, the big red one.
Yes, this tribble's name is Jeff. I also like Jeff. Jeff is a good tribble. I would like to ask you if you have any beasts you might be able to loan to us for this bowl game.
Sorry, did you say beasts?
Some beasts, yes.
I mean, have you seen my buddy Jerry? That man is a fucking beast. Oh my god.
He is a beast. If only we could bring him over to our side. I mean, what is your favorite color?
Kurt's gonna be right back, apparently.
All right. He's like, keep going.
Oh, my favorite color. I guess I don't know. I'm a fan of black. Check the feathers. I feel like we've gotten off topic here. Here, an offer. I give you your choice, either Jerry or me, this evening for whatever it is you've got planned. And in exchange, we sabotage those prissy motherfuckers.
Did I hear sabotage? Are you going to be sabotaging someone out there? Oh, sorry. This is the New World Press.
I think I must be leaving now, but it's been a very interesting conversation.
Damn troll.
Goodbye. And trolling.
I never get the scoop, do I?
Oh,
Oh, well.
Scoop of shit.
Well, that seems rude, doesn't it? Half a drink is left here. You know, you and we never had an opportunity to bond before.
Splash it in his face.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh my goodness. I do not know what this voice is that I'm doing. I hope I remember what I'm doing.
Well, it seems like it's a kind of Transylvanian sort of thing.
Yes, it's very vampire.
I wanted to just have a lisp, but then it became an accent instead, so I don't know
I am
what that's about.
reminded of your playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh my goodness. All right, so when the conversation ends, when everyone's left, if you feel that another player formed an understanding of you over the course of the conversation, you may give them a momentum when it is over. Yeah, I think that you got a sense for what Troll's about, so I'll give you a momentum.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Kurt definitely nailed it, and I love that because he has his earbuds in, I was like, Kurt doesn't know what we're saying. And then I was like, oh wait, he has earbuds in, he knows everything we're saying.
Yeah, I thought the same
Elaborate.
thing.
Well,
Plotting.
sabotage.
Sabotage.
Much to my surprise, on the next page there is a list
Oh,
of topical
there
questions.
is. How helpful.
Could have used this.
Whoops.
Great. Well, there we go.
Cool.
That was our first flight.
It's good to know we have those, though. All right.
Most games are more than one page, FYI. Not necessarily the second page useful as okay. Like subsequent pages aren't as critical to understanding necessarily, but
they might have
probably
expansions on
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Got you.
They might also just be extremely useful. So, you know.
True.
do a little peeksy. And you're next, actually, Amanda. So what will
it's so funny because the next thing that comes after this is what the choice I wanted to make. I would like to entreat the void.
Ooh.
tell us about that?
So I'm going to perform a ritual to gain their attention. I can perform it alone or with another player. Decide if the ritual is being performed in public, perhaps on a pitch, or in private, away from prying eyes. If performing the ritual with a partner, ask them, how do you look to me? What's your mood? Choose one other player to embody them. That player should describe how they manifest in the scene. During the ritual, anyone may ask anyone for details about the location and circumstances. And for the ritual, it looks like we get to read a chant.
Hell yeah.
Which is pretty fun.
Sweet.
I think I'm going to throw this one to you, Kurt, and I think Troll and Ocean are going to do a little chanting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that leaves Anthony to embody them in this scene.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
where do you think our players are performing this one?
I was thinking on the pitch.
Is this here's a question. Does this happen like every match? Is this a formal way that the match begins, or is this just something? Yeah, okay. I like the idea that it's something that our positions specifically do.
Yeah.
Like
unlike other teams too, but like we have to get together and do this thing. I dropped my cheese.
You'll get no pity from your vegan economists.
It's so sad.
You're not gonna eat that cheese and its carbon footprint?
No, it was wet, and I dropped it on the floor.
Okay, fine.
Wait, why was the cheese wet?
Well, it's like a
Are we just
soft
gonna gloss
cheese.
over
it's
that?
Not wet.
Oh, okay.
I need a napkin. I'll be right back. Sorry. I'll be right back.
This whole game has been ruined by soft cheese.
Wet cheese.
Okay, Rapala, are you still in chat? What's the stream delay? Can you tell us if you've had any maple syrup while you've been here in Canada?
The stream delay is like 30 seconds, but while we wait for it, I will tell you. Will tell you that this is spicy maple syrup in this. Let's call it sody pop for our YouTube viewers. This is actually a very spicy but maple syrup based cocktail, a virgin cocktail, I'm sure, that I'm having today.
Whoa!
So bad at this.
Spicy maple syrup.
Yeah, they sold it at the local night market. I was very excited about it.
Whoa! And so you took spicy maple syrup and then you put some pop in it?
We have an I have. Yes. But Rapala says I have to questions we surely didn't ask.
Okay, Rapala. Keep it down low. Keep it down low. We'll ask you later.
It's about maple syrup, isn't it?
Maple what?
Okay.
What's that?
I know what you guys talk about when I'm away.
We
know the
stare at the
secrets.
screen motionless.
I was just constantly touching buttons, and that's all that I have the brain power to
And
do.
I was
This is why I
touching
watch
my
all the
books, if you know what I mean.
VODs. All right. What are we doing now?
We warned you about this game, viewers. Okay, so we're on the pitch.
We're on the pitch.
Ocean and Troll are on the pitch. And Anthony will take the role of the them.
Mhm.
Could you describe how they manifest in the scene?
Are you guys about to play? Like there's a match about to
Yeah.
happen, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
As
is
there's
the
like
opening, like bit.
right. There's this like chaos on the pitch. There's people like screaming and excited in the stands. There's music playing, and almost imperceptibly, while that's happening, the ground beneath the pitch ripples. Not smoothly like in waves, as you might imagine, but in blocks and discrete segments sort of rising and falling as the pixelated chunks of the ground are being shoved up before falling down again.
Oof. Wow. Cool. Can I ask, how did we initiate it? What was the like starting action to call the them? Fair. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. In fact, there's a much more elegant but exactly synced rhythmically dance, I think, that the Auroras have as well. So Ocean absolutely follows suit instantly. Maybe it's not even follow suit. We are just drawn almost magnetically. What chant do you think? I'm told Michael says you're muted. Could that be true?
Is Amanda still muted?
She's not muted to us.
I was muted. Correct. Sorry about that. I was muted.
Oh, but
what
we're
I
good?
said, we should be good now. But it's probably from like when I came back.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. That was a weird conversation.
Not from when I came back, but it would be probably from when I was saying the thing about how we start the ritual. So Kurt asked me how we start the ritual, and I said Troll starts to do a little like clap shuffly dance thing, and then we obviously establish that Ocean is joining in on that. And I said, how do you look to me and what is your mood?
Oh, right. Okay, I need to
also,
answer that.
Also, thank you for letting me know that I was muted. I forgot.
Michael says, thought that Kurt was just running away with that convo. Well, we know that I do sometimes. So good to keep me on my toes.
Yeah, good guess, but nah. All right, so yeah, describe yourself.
I think to you today I look like extra glowy. Cool. I think that maybe as these pixelated chunks, as they were described, of the arena start to swirl, like I become visible through them as they move. And there's a radiance about it. I think I probably also just look really small because you've got some beefiness to you. Mm-hmm. There was beef swirling earlier. This is just a different variety of beef involved. Yeah, small. What is my mood? Ready, focused, present.
Okay. And I think to you, exuding that energy that you were giving me with your focus, I think that Troll is also like looking like very almost like regal right now. Like she's big, she's here, but she's also looking almost contemplative and I don't know, there's just like an air about her that is very like authoritative, but not in a menacing way, more in like a considerate way. And her mood is that she is nervous, but she's hiding it well.
Okay. What chant are we doing?
Right. Oh my gosh. These costs. Okay, wait. So we chant. We do it in unison. And while performing the ritual, describe how our bodies are intertwined. And then after we're done chanting, we have to choose any number of costs. When another player chooses a cost, you may pay that cost for them instead. You must tell the player, but you may decide yourself if your character tells their character. Why are you willing to pay their cost for them?
Wow, cool. So
And
the
then after
costs
we've
are
paid
just
some
after the
costs-
chants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get some momentum for that. Okay.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
I think the best way that we can have our chants be in sync is if Anthony says it and then we follow.
Okay.
Just because latency, like then we'll both have like the Anthony lag, not following each
Yes.
other.
Yes.
So what's
Okay,
our
so we're all-
chant?
It's not call and response. I'm just going to say it, and you're also going to say it, and then you'll say it together.
Yeah, if it's multiple clauses, maybe just break them by clause, Anthony.
Okay.
But what is it? What's it gonna be?
I like the bells, the bells, the bells, the bells. What do you think?
We're just gonna go then, Amanda.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. The bells, 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 the bells.
And as you chant, the bells reply, echoing through your stomachs and your spines as the noise just like takes over the stadium.
I like that everyone was adding that wet cheese should be our chant. Oh my gosh. And I also like that Michael made it canon while I was up that wet cheese is now one of the concessions that you can get at the anti-ball game, which I love.
That chant is from the crowd only. But if they chant enough, they get it. They've got their own built-in treat stream, as it were. And use always wet cheese.
So we have to choose costs.
Each player chooses any number of costs.
Right.
Okay. Whew. I think mine is a known cost of the auroras. The light of the stars dims slightly. There's a price that must be paid for this luminescence. And that's it.
So I think that 100 of my fans selected at random die randomly.
That's intense.
It
So
is.
the crowd is yelling, "Wet cheese, wet cheese, wet cheese," and then like just like shrieks just like take over the stadium as like 100 random people fall
And then
unmoving to
someone
the ground.
in the audience is like, I don't know, maybe it was something in the wet cheese. I'm glad I'm a vegetarian. I'm not eating that wet cheese.
I don't think I take this cost for you. I think I
No.
feel that it's a fool's errand to compete with us in summoning the powers of them.
Oh man, I would definitely have taken the cost for you, but then you just said that, and also, I don't think I could anyways because that's more of like a cost of the universe. Did your lights just dim? Did you just dim the lights?
Do stars dim?
One could not say that my star has dimmed.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Responses. We get something happens now. I think perhaps. Ooh. I'm going to ask what it is that they desire to communicate. Where Anthony
We
in this case
also
is
have to
they.
gain an Eldritch mark as well after this, after we end it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
dang.
something to think about.
I
Were
think
you
I
gonna
have an
say you want to
outline
ask
now.
for them to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do that.
Excellent. Exactly what I was hoping for. the ground is like shooting up in every which direction as the bells like knock into the ground and send these like shock waves of pixelated waves that coast through, and both of you are like uneasy on your feet, like just sort of like managing to like stay up as the waves of pixelated waves rush past. And then your consciousness is ripped from your body like it's being sucked through a straw, and like too late you're like, fuck, no, I don't want to go. You get sucked back out, and for a moment it is like empty, and then you are shoved back in, just like pushed into a body, but not yours. For a moment, you switch consciousnesses, perceiving each other and knowing each other from the inside, including a memory or a secret that you might not want the other to know. What is it? Kurt, do you want to start? Do you want to tell Troll what it is that they experience while they're within Side Ocean?
Yeah, I think you see this vulnerability that the Auroras never give away. And most critically, you see the sacrifice that Ocean, that I had to personally make to join this team. It may not have been 100 fans, but I will never get to speak to those people again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Amanda, what does Ocean see or experience?
That I am ticklish.
This is a big revelation for an anti-ball player.
It is.
That's a weakness.
A huge
right.
weakness.
It's a pretty
And like that,
weakness.
You're sucked back into your body and like hit back into your own consciousness with a resonation, but you know for sure that somebody else has been here since you were last in it.
Ooh.
Your body doesn't fit right.
I think that ticklish revelation is huge, because Ocean legitimately can't decide if it would be too dishonorable to use the knowledge, but also how could you not? This is anti-ball. So this is going to be a struggle.
I mean, yeah. I think that Troll is thinking and reflecting on how she can use Ocean's guilt to her advantage for sure.
Ooh. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
So we also gain some momentum from that, and we also have to take an Eldritch mark.
Right.
Sure.
How much momentum?
It's up to my discretion. It's up to their discretion.
Their discretion.
Oh, also, I choose a response. Okay, I see. It was always my call. I thought it was your call.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's always your
Gotcha.
call. Okay.
I'm gonna give 4 momentum to each of you for the swapping of sensitive secrets.
You're gonna give 4 momentum to each of us?
Yes.
Ooh, I like it. I think that's fair. Right. So my Eldritch mark is going to be that my tongue becomes forked.
Ooh.
Cool.
Now, you wouldn't see this from every angle, but in a kind of inversion, an absence of light, in that glow that radiates around me, there's now a dark unhalo that just erases a sort of circle of
the
light.
glow.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
That is one of the games. And now I understand how you could theoretically only have one game each before someone decided to end it, because you can go pretty deep.
You can go pretty deep.
We
learned a lot about each other, too.
We learned a lot. Yeah, I learned that you're ticklish. Well, that's big. That's big. I think I want to see a little more between my character and Shovelhead. Is it Shovelhead?
Shovel.
Or Shovelface? Shovelhead.
Shovelhead.
Okay, I think I want to see something between Ocean and Shovelhead. So I'm going to choose the event one-on-one.
Sweet.
So this is between Shovelhead and Ocean. We are standing alone on the pitch. And I think what happened was the ball split into two and like both careened off towards either net. And you and I were left in the dust on the pitch, too far to catch up to the ball while our team scrambled to protect the nets.
Wow.
We're not going to waste energy. We're here.
So we're at center field while
Center
like the
field,
action's taken it to each side, and like the crowd's there, right? Everyone's watching, but they're maybe we're almost like in a private zone because there's action happening on two ends of the field, and like no one's paying attention to us.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. We have been told to hydrate, so I will do that now because I'm a responsible human.
I'm gonna drink this whole thing.
And I did bring water. In fact, we joked, what if someone, perhaps Rapala, redeems hydrate? It happened.
It happened.
It happened.
I didn't drink the whole thing.
Didn't. You liar!
I missed a bit.
Okay. How do you look to me? What's your mood?
You guys are winning, and I look defeated. This isn't the nightmare that's been playing in my head for the last 3 months. I'm like, a lot of feathers are broken, and I'm like muddy, and I'm rebellious. I'm seething with anger, and I want to get back at you. One-on-one.
I think you got to ask me that too. One-on-one is page 28 by PDF.
Yeah. Okay. How do you look to me?
Cold, I think. I still can't believe you left our team.
What's your mood? I guess that describes it.
Disbelief and coldness. Yeah. How do I look? I think you know me well enough, right? So you see that new Unhalo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we need to discuss what grudge it is that we are settling in this moment. What are we trying to prove?
This has got to be a vector for like a how could you leave type thing on my part. And you trying to break outside of the mold maybe from this former trapping.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, seems great.
Does that make sense to you?
And that makes tons of sense. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. Anyone can ask for the details of the location. We got the location. We got circumstances.
You have
Amanda,
the least momentum. So you are the one who goes first here. On the next page, there are what are called plays, and we take turns making a play back and forth. And after the third play, we can call a buzzer instead of a play when we choose. Yeah. Buzzers are just right after the play in the section there. Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
One of the answers ends our little game here.
All right. Okay. Right now the ball isn't nearby, but maybe it'll ricochet back in a second. But I see you and like seething with rage. I just hit you. I just like peel back and I just slam you with my shoulder as hard as I can. This is the kind of play that I would never have been able to play on your team. But here I embrace the Roughnecks and I drive you just into the ground. You can spend one momentum to rebuff me. Otherwise you eat the ground hard.
I think I will rebuff you. I can't, like, I've seen you in this uniform, but it only hits me now in a very visceral, literal sense that you are gone from our team. You are in something else now. So I'm going to spend one momentum and I will rebuff you.
What's
I think,
like?
Yeah, it's like I moved with you as you collide into me, and the rebuff is a sort of judo-esque reversal of your momentum, so that we roll backwards and then I toss you and you land, I think, hard onto your back.
boom, I hit the ground, and I say, "What did you have to pay for that little move? What's it cost you?"
Don't pretend like you haven't paid the cost.
"I'm not paying it anymore."
Fine. And I move into my next move. I think as we've been doing this, the ball is now out in the open. Like one of them has circled back around to us, and the teams aren't here yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend another momentum to seize the ball and hold it like, I think it pulsates. I think the ball has like a throbbing energy to it. And I like grab it out of the air, almost midway through saying you paid the cost.
Fuck. Sweet. So you spend a momentum to seize it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that I've got to get away. You've got the ball. I've got to make a move. And I pull my blade, and it is the same blade that I have stolen from your team. The rest of the Roughnecks have these like axes and like chainsaw looking motherfuckers, but I pull out this like long thin rapier that swings and like whips through the air, and I swing it right at you. But you've got a moment. So you can spend one momentum to go for a cut on me. I think this is how it works. I think I'm just asking you this. Otherwise, you bleed. I think. Wait, no.
Ooh.
I don't know how it works. Is that my decision to make?
Sure. Yeah, make a call how you want it to be interpreted. We're having Yumi issues today.
We are. Yeah, okay. I'm going to spend a momentum to get a cut in there.
All right.
I slice you across the cheek, and I'm hoping I make you drop the ball, maybe, depending what you think.
It's for sure this glance across my cheek. And I think more out of surprise and anger than anything else, I move my hand up to wipe the blood, and the ball just as it does sometimes, just sort of, actually, I think it just bursts and we're back to one ball.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Maybe contact with the blood did that.
Right.
That's definitely at least 3. So I think I'm going to grab the buzzer. Oof. The sound rings out. Ooh. There are some curious, fun options here, folks. That's what this game is for. I think what happens is the sound rings out, and we whirl around each other in an almost dance. And you know what? I think Ocean has this moment you may be wearing a new uniform, but you still know every step.
I'm not dancing those steps anymore. She's alive. I've seen her.
Just the face goes completely into shock, slack-jawed shock. And that's enough for whatever opening you want to take on your turn.
Oh, wait. Oh, does the buzzer not end it? Oh, it doesn't.
That specific buzzer, it does not end it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't understand what's going on here. Okay.
I mean, we've got flexibility. The game is
I see. And then we can use buzzers or we can use plays. Okay. And then eventually it ends. Okay, I see. I thought we had a big dramatic ending. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for the goal. I grab the other ball has popped through at this moment, and maybe you're just caught in shock for a second, and I leap over your shoulder, grab the ball, and I just start to roll down the field locked into a ball with my big hooks over my shoulders, driving to the ground over and over again. You can spend a momentum to keep up, otherwise you get pushed aside in my ricochet.
No, I get pushed aside. I get pushed aside and I just watch you go. I think that's it. That's our scene.
Okay, sweet.
Which brings it back to Anthony. It's another turn for the man, Anthony. Yeah, yeah.
It's Anthony. Awesome.
So good.
Kindly things in both chats being said, by the way. I want to say out loud, thanks for the words, Zachary. Thanks for the words, Rapala.
Appreciate you.
I was going to say we're here for you, but we're also here for us.
Yeah,
we have a
that's
great
also
time
true.
with these.
Okay, I am going to I am going to practice together. I'm gonna bring Troll to practice. Actually, what I'm suggesting here, Amanda, if you think it's okay, is that Troll is practicing getting ready for the next match, and Shovelhead comes to find you, and maybe it's like quite out of the ordinary to pop in on somebody else's practice, but he seems to have looked for you with like he's been quite interested to find you after your last discussion.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it.
What's your mood as I find you?
I'm just trying to find the practice. There it is. What is my mood? My mood is, I think I'm very reserved. Also, I was listening to the bells during part of your game. And so something that has changed about Troll is that she is quieter.
Okay, something's happened.
Yeah.
I'm broken, both like physically, feathers broken, tip of my large like right spike broken off, but I also look defeated because the Auroras did win that match in the round robin, unfortunately. We're going to take turns asking each other questions. Each of you gets to ask the other two questions, taking turns, like go back and forth, and we each get two, and then the practice ends. If other players join, they ask two questions in total. Oh, if other players join, we can ask them questions as well, but it counts as part of our two. The player with the least momentum begins, choosing their first partner and asking their first question. Okay. All right. Are you ready? I think I have less momentum than you, I'm guessing.
I think you do, because I'm at 8 momentum and you're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that means you start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. A lull in practice. Your team's practicing, and I'm just sort of like sliding in. A lull in practice allows me to step close to you and linger very near. Am I welcome?
Yes, you are welcome.
I think I step in. I'm looking like sheepish, and I come over and I like throw you one of these like large juicy fruits that you crack open, and then like most of us are like drinking for replenishment, and I chuck one of these anti-fruits to you.
I definitely catch the anti-fruit and whisper a very quiet thank you as I bite into it.
Do you want to ask me a question?
I will ask you, at this moment in the practice, you laugh. At what?
You bite in, and like sometimes if you don't like calibrate it properly, it will all explode on you at once. And so it just like drains down the front, and I just laugh at you. It's like you've never played before. First time here.
I've played in a few matches, but I don't think I've ever had anyone share anti-fruit with me before.
Oh, what
And
really?
yes, well, we
Over at the
don't.
Auroras, everyone had their own supply. No sharing. But the Roughnecks, we share it all. It's all for all of us. Mine's yours.
Oh, thank you. Normally, we prioritize giving anti-fruits to our pets, so it is very interesting to actually be
Right.
enjoying one. And
Right.
and just as Troll says that, she like breaks off a little piece and like gives it to what seems to be a dog that's entirely made out of spikes. That seems to be like just skimpering around her.
Oh, cute. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I think that like the practice has like sort of like pulled away from us for a second, but after that, the practice like comes back in, and I just get caught up in it. So I just sort of join in the practice. I'm just like playing there with you, and trying to look cool. And we like meet in like one of these scrums, like all the players like come together, all locked in,
Yeah.
and like chance just has it that my face ends up like really close to yours. Do you turn subtly towards me or subtly away?
I turn subtly towards you. As we all, I think I turn subtly towards you, and I kind of like meet your gaze, and it's like almost the way that we've kind of ended up. Like Troll is a little bit more like lower,
Mm-hmm.
because she's quite a block of a being. Uh,
Nice to
and
look you in the eyes for once.
and she brushes her hair like from her face and like blushes.
I like doing that in the middle of like a scrum. You're like,
Okay.
last question.
So as we're in this scrum together, you have an opportunity to spill my blood on the pitch. Just a flesh wound. Do you take it?
I do. It's not that bad. I don't cut too deep, but I do take my chance and slice in and give you a smile. I'm not that easily won over. Maybe you'll have to come find me down by the tents.
And I think as you do that, Troll like just kind of smirks and also like slashes back at you, but just manages to miss you. If she had hit you, it would have been pretty nasty though.
And I think that I take that as a sign that I should probably get out of there before I get hurt too bad. And as the next scrum comes together, I have somehow disappeared from the pitch.
End of practice.
End of practice.
Because we get 2 questions.
Everyone takes 2 momentum.
Takes 2 momentum.
Yeah.
Cool. Practice
Thanks
is
for coming
fun.
to practice. Yeah, practice is good.
Neato.
It's good to practice, folks.
Kurt tried to warn us about which ones of the games got like sensual, but he missed this one.
Yeah,
wrong.
Did you say practice?
No, I said that one can be a little spicy.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
And then time away from crowds is unavoidably
Ultra spicy.
Right.
Yeah,
it's as spicy as she gets.
Oh my.
Spicy alert, you said in chat. Hilarious.
Yeah, spicy alert. It was quite spice.
I think that makes it Amanda's turn.
It does.
It does, yeah. And we can choose both of an already chosen game or one of the several never chosen ones.
Right. So I think I'm going to do another Galactic Press.
Ooh, nice.
Sick. Yeah.
And for Galactic Press, I will say, this Justin from the Gargoyles. We will consume, gnash, and destroy. We challenge the Roughnecks to a tournament match.
What a move!
Hey, look. Troll doesn't make these press releases. She's just on the team. But, yeah. That's what they just said.
She's pretending she has no input
I mean,
on
I
it?
said
Okay.
nothing because I'm not allowed to embellish.
It's true. No embellishing on this one, folks. Okay.
Kurt, it's you.
I think I'm picking Blowing Off Steam, which is just after Galactic Press. It is page 22.
Which is the other
that
one that
one's
I was like, I was
not
between
spicy?
Blowing Off Steam and this. Ooh,
So
sounds violent.
this one, everyone will play in. They don't call it Riot City for nothing. So first, we got to ask each other, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Okay.
Anyone lead?
How do I look? I look crazed. I think Troll's hair is like really big, and with her are like two like kind of lizard horse things that she has that are like tied to her with chains, and it's almost like when she runs, they like run beside her. And they're like jelly chains though, so like at any point these things can break and stretch and go in all kinds of weird directions.
Sick.
And her mood, she is feeling really like blissed out. So she looks insane, but she's feeling really relaxed.
Cool.
Neat. For Shovelhead's part, his hair is also noteworthy, but it's because it's been like slicked down and off to the side in a uncharacteristic attention to detail.
Cool. What's your mood?
Seems happier than normal.
Ooh, nice. I think Ocean is actually feeling kind of down. That felt like a bad beat, that last match. Like, did we really earn it? And so, yeah, Ocean's got a bit of a weight on their shoulders, and but I think looks just as put together as always. You know, everything outside from the body language, everything's perfect, from the hair, which we've never talked about, but I feel like also is just this like kind of beautiful sort of glowing. Yeah,
does it
very.
float,
Is it like nebula-y?
I think it's like if you were to take a picture of someone underwater, how it's sort of like.
Oh, yeah.
It's not quite gravity there. Kind of
very
ethereal.
anime.
Sure. Yeah, it's very anime.
Cool.
But we're in space, so that's normal, right? Everyone's here must do this. Cool. So everybody's going to get to go once, and I'm going to have the first turn. I'm going to choose another player and a circumstance, read it out loud, and kind of elaborate on it together. And once everyone's had one turn, comes back around to me, and I do another turn, choosing to end the riot.
Okay.
In some way. Everyone will lose a momentum after this. So, circumstances are on the following page. I'm going to pick with, well, I guess I should pick the circumstance first. Ooh. There is, for the record, a stall, and it uses the word ripe. It sure makes me think of anti-fruit.
Anti-fruit, wet cheese. This is just how it goes here.
I think I got to pull in.
Athabasca Station.
At Athabasca Station, yeah. I think I got to pull in. Yeah, it's our hammer over here. I think maybe you are just going to town on these fruits. Yeah. Yeah, I think you are. It's like a stall with a bunch of anti-fruits and open and unguarded, ripe for the picking. It says, do you smash in and take your fill? I think I walk up to the stall and look at you as if waiting for permission.
I'm already in it.
Yeah, you're there.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You're going to have a little extra? More than your 8 for the entire match? Come on, break a rule. Get in here with me.
Is it worth it?
Oh, it's worth everything. You never know the freedom.
And with, I think, like a sort of elegant movement, the regulation sword comes out, just slices one of the fruits in two. And then the sword goes back in, and it's like a full face-in fruit situation. We'll call that that scene. I think that's my scene in the riot.
Nice. Clockwise, cyber clockwise is me.
Yes.
Cyber clockwise, our favorite version of clockwise. Yeah, cyber clockwise is you. We go up to the left.
So I'm choosing like a situation for somebody else, right? They're in it.
Yeah, you choose someone and you ask them, and then they tell you.
Okay. Okay. I think I've just found Troll in the mix somehow, and so I think we've maybe even only like exchanged like a couple words together. And an Aurora strides up to us, and not this one, another one, and tries to admonish us for something they think we did.
Ooh.
Specifically, the anti-fruit stash has been tampered with at the Aurora camp. And somebody's put a time advancement pellet in their supply, and everything has gone rotten. Did we do it?
Yeah, Troll definitely did it. She recalls at practice how you mentioned that, you know, the Auroras all have like all of these anti-fruit, and having had that first one herself, where she's never really had one before because all their anti-fruit goes to their pets and their beasts. She was like, well, that's not right. And she sped them up, and she also pilfered some anti-fruits in the riot as well, either before or after you were there. And is like basically really proud of it, and is like, yeah, I did that. I think that it's more important that we make sure all of the beasts are well fed, us included. And she like tosses an anti-fruit to Shovelhead and tosses 2 up to her lizard horses, and bites into one aggressively at them and cackles. Ha ha ha.
You will be paying for what you have done. That is a capital 3 offense, and the referees will be hearing about this.
And she gestures to her lizard horses to attack them.
And I think this sends the Aurora like scattering, fleeing as quickly as they can. And for now, that's the end of that situation.
Ooh.
Amanda?
Yes. So, I will ask. I will ask this to Ocean. I sit alone by a fire and wrap bandages around my wounds from the last match. Do you sit with me?
I do. Yeah. I think this interaction with Shovelhead feels like maybe we shouldn't be so removed from all this. Maybe we shouldn't be so above it. What is honor here? Like, these questions are all swirling around in Ocean's head. And this is just an opportunity to both do something that's not bad, but definitely liaise with another team, maybe even be present for a good thing, an act of healing. Yeah. So definitely, yeah.
I think I think that troll asks you, do you hear the bells?
Always. So much more now than before we were, well, on the pitch. What do they sound like to you?
They sound like the size of 1,000,000 stars.
It's like a flute. You didn't ask, but it's like a single flute playing just far enough that I can't be certain what it's playing. I don't know.
And I think Troll offers some bandages to Ocean and call that a scene.
That's cool.
Cool. So our end to the riot will be, ooh. Okay. I think we're gonna go with a sort of peaceful end of sorts. It's Athabas's station turns to expose Riot City to the dawn. So the sun sort of starts to creep over. I think we've spent all night out. And there's no authority, there's no power that breaks us up. It's just time to stop. So we go.
Love it.
Yeah. Now it's my turn. A reminder that at any point, any of us can call the last scene.
Okay.
Not saying you must or you should, just that you can. The closing ceremony awaits for one of us.
Amazing. I will also
we all
remind
lose
us
a
we all
momentum.
lose.
Yeah, which doesn't really matter, but is true.
We all lose momentum.
We've all been doing our own momentum here. Everyone's been doing a very good job. You can't see this at home. You can't see this, viewers at home.
We're getting
but
momentum.
We've all got treadmills underneath us, and we're running exactly at pace with a quantity respective to the amount of momentum we have.
Oh my goodness.
Like a game show, midway through, we should have a momentum update. How much momentum does everybody have?
True.
I have 9 momentum.
I have 7 momentum.
7.
Cool.
You fell, Kurt. You used to have more momentum than me.
I had to spend it during our beef.
We beefed too much.
We beefed it. We really beefed it.
Okay, I want to do something exciting on my turn here that I am looking forward to. I want to play ball. I've been officially challenged.
I've been scared.
I'm a little scared. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet, but I figure we can figure it out together. It's a bit of a hefty section in the rulebook for those of you who can't see the rulebook.
All of you who can't see the rulebook. Hefty.
So this is a match, an official match, a tournament match, I believe, because I have been challenged to a tournament match between the Gargoyles and the Roughnecks. Okay, great. They are watching. Okay. Official tournament match. I think we know that. We each gain 2 momentum before we start. So Amanda, you can take 2 momentum here. And if this were an under deck play, an unofficial match, we would both receive an extra momentum because we're the Roughnecks and the Gargoyles, but we do not. How does your team look to me, Amanda? What's the mood of the Gargoyles and their beasts as they make their way onto the pitch today?
Right. So I think that they look pretty like rejuvenated. Like I feel like the riot that we had before has just given them a lot of energy. So everyone's looking really fresh.
Sweet.
Troll herself is looking exceptionally hefty today. And
hell yeah, Troll.
Yeah. And oh my goodness. Chris
again.
What just happened?
Chris.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Chris. That is
Chris is giving momentum out left, right, and center.
We've all got momentum.
Oh my goodness. We definitely have momentum now. Thank you for all those subs, Chris. Thank you for the 10 subs. That's crazy.
Congratulations to Very Naked for your tier 1 sub.
Exploding toads. Also, if you're in the chat right now and you got gifted a sub, please say thank you to Chris. That's so nice. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I feel very I feel like I have a lot of momentum going into this match. Troll's feeling ready. She is prepared. She has her sword. It's gnashing. It's kind of going off in all sorts of directions because it's alive. And yeah, she's definitely ready to play anti-ball. She has like, she has hungry eyes.
Nice. The Roughnecks are rambunctious as heck right now. They roll onto the pitch. Roll, I say, but they actually kind of descend from above on like a half broken down pirate ship that's been like rigged with suspensor pads that like lets it fly, and they are like hanging from the sails and the sides of the ship, and they're all just like shrieking and beating their chests, and they have all painted themselves in the bright purple of the anti-fruit. You can tell that they had a big crop of them to be able to produce this much purple anti-fruit paint. Where did that come from? And specifically Shovelhead at like the very like front of the boat gives Troll a wink as he steps onto the pitch. Ooh. Now, conducting the match, it says the other players conduct the match, which hilariously means that Kurt is apparently in charge as we go into this. So I didn't know I signed you up for that, Kurt, but here you are.
It's quite all right.
There couldn't be anybody better. So I think the other players take turns leading us through the series of bids and vignettes. So Kurt's just going to be in charge here. He's going to choose a quarter based on the style of the match and the teams involved. And then we're going to bid, me and Amanda, with momentum for outcomes.
Cool. So it sounds like quarter first, and then okay.
Cool. All right.
This section has more than 2 pages. This section is complicated.
That like rare piece of silence that just hit the stream was us processing more rules than we've had to process in quite some time.
Guys, there's rules here.
Shit, there's rules.
Oh shit, there's rules.
I thought we were just gonna throw balls around and be a little sexy.
I mean, that's definitely also happening, so you weren't wrong. But so
I want to explain how bidding works.
Okay.
Yes.
For
that's
those.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so
if anyone happened to not know, I know.
Of course.
But if anyone didn't.
So bidding is going to be, we're each going to like secretly make a bid, and then we're going to reveal them at the same time. I think we've got to do honor system, number of fingers beneath the camera, and we reveal them at the same time.
Normally we'd like have counters that we'd be using for like our bids.
And then just like holding and revealing.
This makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, we can just do it on our hands.
We'll reveal our bids simultaneously. Whoever has more wins the benefit of the quarter. Each quarter is going to have a benefit. We each discard all the momentum that we bid. So even if you lose, you do discard that momentum. On a tie, no one wins. And both players discard half of their momentum if they tie instead of the whole thing.
That's brutal.
Half the bid momentum, not all their momentum.
Yeah.
If you have fewer momentum, you're allowed to bid 0. So if I have the fewest of the two of us, I can bid 0. But otherwise, if you have the most momentum, you always have to bid 1.
Got you.
At least 1. And instead of bidding at any time, you can choose to throw the match and preserve your momentum, but you lose.
Oof.
Okay.
The match ends if somebody throws in the towel. If they do that, if they just give up, if one team is reduced to 0 momentum, or if we've played all 4 quarters, whoever won the most quarters wins, and ties break to whoever has the most momentum.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, there are 4 quarters because I can do math. So I ought to choose your first one. Oh, it's worth noting cheating can happen. You can cheat at any time by spending 2 momentum, including me. When you cheat, one of the teams in the match takes a momentum. One of the teams places their bid in the open.
Okay.
And we force a new quarter to be selected.
Okay.
Teams.
Oh, just Michael with the absolute A+ chat.
Ooh.
And this time I mean Signal Station Michael of the failed MP3 reviews. Not our other extremely funny and charming Michael. We gotta stop having so many good Michaels around because it's not right. It's just not right.
Only cowards bid zeros.
Only cowards bid zeros. I love it. Okay. So you can cheat.
Okay.
And sorry, you cheat and it means that one of the teams
Cheating
in the
means,
match gets momentum and then one of the teams has to bid in the open. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's just one of those. You gotta choose someone to get a momentum, make someone bid in the open, or switch up the quarter that was selected and somebody else and choose a new one.
Okay.
Probably if you're participating in the match, you would not spend 2 momentum to make one of the teams in the match take a momentum. You could, but you probably don't.
Yeah, probably not. But you might. I'm sure it's there for a reason.
Okay, here's your first quarter.
Okay.
Blades clash and sparks fly as this quarter is dominated by combat. It starts off with a scuffle, folks. The winner of this bid keeps 1 of their momentum. So that's your premise here.
All right. As we start off, I have 9 momentum and Amanda has 11.
That's true.
And you get to keep 1 if you win.
I feel like we need to be able to spend channel points to get more Michaels. Like Michaels just populate even more.
That's a good idea.
Because Michaels seem to be the best. So I think more Michaels.
I like the idea of having of recruiting a Michael somewhere from the internet. That we spend enough channel points and stuff. Suddenly their browser just switches to Twitch and they're like, what? Why am I here?
I've been summoned.
I heard you needed a Michael.
Here I am. Oh, you wanted to play the Steamy mini game? That's what Michaels are here for.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh.
Oh.
That's a tie. So discard. We'll round generously. Round it down. So discard 1 momentum.
Okay. And no one wins?
No, you both lose. What does that look like?
I think we both get badly hurt. No one comes out on top, but we slash each other a whole bunch.
So we're both just ow after.
What's the one good hit that Troll gets on Shovelhead?
Yeah, so I think Troll uses her monstery sword and takes a bite out of Shovelhead's shoulder.
Nice. Yeah. There's this big gaping wound.
What about Shovelhead?
Shovelhead, in a tussle, you're fighting somebody else, and you've got your beasts are leaping on my teammates. But in the wrestle, you get kicked by one of the beasts, and you go flying backwards, and Shovelhead catches you, which is kind of hard because you're pretty big. But he manages to catch you, and for a moment you're in his arms. And then he drags his blade across your stomach and slices you open. Good luck, girlie.
'Tis but a flesh wound. I feel fine.
That's quarter 1.
Okay. Here's your second quarter.
Okay.
The bells chime through the whole quarter. An auspicious sign. The winner of this bid keeps all their momentum.
All their momentum?
No spendy if you winny.
Well, I mean, obviously. Anthony's still processing this.
This is Anthony's board game brain just going haywire.
Yeah,
Is there a minimum maximum?
that is what happened. I tried to win the game.
Rapala, I think you could be an honorary Michael. I think you're cool enough. Okay, so we have to decide what we're doing. Okay, I'm good.
3, 2, 1, reveal. This was the smart move.
I mean,
it had to be done.
What's gonna happen? Obviously
Wow.
I gotta.
Okay, well, that's just like a huge win for Amanda.
But
So
it
what
does
does?
make sense because Troll was part of the opening ritual. So.
Oh yeah, that ritual was huge. What does that look like? You having won, narrate the outcome of this quarter.
Yeah, so I think the bells chime, and it's basically like as the bells chime, you almost see like all of the beasts on the playing field for the gargoyles just going like crazy, like as though there's like a rhythm like within them, they can't fight it, and they just start to like rip and tear apart. Yeah, the roughnecks, like literally.
Ooh.
And it's
Oh.
almost like the gargoyles themselves are the ones that are reigning in the beasts by the end of it.
Whoa.
By the end of the bells chiming.
Wow. Dang.
For Shovelhead's part, like there's clearly this like rhythm on the field that is like giving you like this great power, and some of the roughnecks maybe are like trying to get into that rhythm with the bells rolling, but Shovelhead looks completely lost. He's just like taking hit after hit, completely missing the rhythm, completely offbeat every time.
Okay. All right. Our next quarter seems appropriate from that one. Someone is injured. Play is paused as their body is dragged off the pitch. No one bids this quarter. This does not have to be one of you. This can be one of your teammates, and I would like to hear about it.
I feel like it has to be somebody in the Roughnecks. What do you think, Amanda?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I think it could be Shovelhead. I mean, after just what I just said, he apparently got really fucked up. Maybe he just got completely wrecked.
Right.
It seems dramatic. I think it should happen.
Okay. So he gets pulled off. What happened to him?
I want to say that in retribution for his little surprise slice, that maybe Troll had a similar like, oh, I'm gonna get you, and it like got way out of hand because of the like just power that you brought to this situation, just the bells ringing. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the moment where everything goes crazy, that Troll herself is like as the bells die down and we have this moment of quiet where like you're being pulled from the field, Troll suddenly like kind of like comes to her senses, and she's just like shocked at everything, and she like looks at all of kind of like the carnage around her and just has like this clear moment of like nothing is like worth this in her mind, and then she runs off to follow Shovelhead, and like everyone on her team is like, no, like Troll, where are you going? What are you doing? And all of her like tribbles start like popping out of her like uniform, and they're like there with her, and a couple of the beasts follow her as well, off the field, off the pitch. So I don't know if that means that we both threw in the towel.
I don't think that we need to declare a winner. I think that this match was huge for fans. Fans were all over it. Oh, look at the violence. Look at the drama.
This is the anti-ball we came for.
Both teams are hit both on an emotional level and like physically. So we'll call the match there then. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
No winner declared, because the captains of both teams are absent and cannot claim it.
Right. So.
Right.
That's not in the rules. I'm using my referee powers that have been bestowed upon me.
Makes perfect sense. Is there a post game scene, or maybe Shovelhead has passed out already by the time that you get to him?
Is there a what?
Is there like a post game? Like, do we speak, or what happens when you get to Shovelhead?
I think that Troll is just making sure that Shovelhead is getting like the first aid that they need.
Okay.
And I think that maybe she just doesn't really say anything, but she like rips like her like jersey sort of like off of her and like an impassioned sort of rage at herself.
Yeah. Just like out of anger.
Yeah.
Not applying it as bandages, just like fuck it.
Yeah. She's like, pfft.
Right.
Maybe she uses her jersey as bandages for you, like wrap you up.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of pictures taken of this moment, and that the paper that gets circulated after the match has that as like the front cover, as like you ripping your jersey off, or like you wrapping it around me or something, so that I have the gargoyle jersey. Is it the right name? Yeah, the gargoyle jersey around my shoulders.
I like that. So dramatic.
Dramatic.
Drama.
Great. Well, we had our first game and nobody won.
Sounds like anti-ball to me.
Nobody won, and wait, you lost one momentum? Well, we both lost one momentum, but gained two. Ridiculous.
Yeah, did we both gain two?
We gained two at the beginning, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so ridiculous. I love it.
I think we're approaching our narrative climax here.
Yeah.
This has been big.
I was about to say, is it my turn now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the closing ceremony.
Whoa.
I was going to say, I feel like that's such a dramatic place to end it.
Yeah, I think it is.
So it says, choose this game only when you wish to end and after you have gone around the circle at least once. The tournament of bells has come to an end. All is still. Whoever has the most momentum left wins the tournament of bells and claims the title. So I guess that's the gargoyles win.
How convenient, Amanda.
But I feel like it would actually be a loss for Troll, because I feel like now she's kind of like come to this realization of like why, like kind of questioning why she plays anti-ball to begin with, and like what is the whole meaning of this sport. But maybe she realized that the meaning of the sport for her is camaraderie, and she's realized that like you can be on opposite sides and still connect with people, and that is the beauty of anti-ball, is that it brings us all here together in this stadium to play. But I think she's gonna probably retire, which is, I mean, a great time to retire, because you know when the gargoyles win the tournament, that's probably never happened before.
Yeah, can we hear the what happens in the final ceremony, maybe as Troll like resigns as they receive the trophy or whatever?
Yeah. So I think they bestowed the title onto Troll and the gargoyles, and Troll sort of like reservedly like stands up. No jersey to speak of, just Troll kind of in her underoos and shorts. Takes off her baseball space helmet because she can actually breathe in this air, so it's more of an ornamental thing when we play anti-ball. We don't actually need our space helmets. And says, this has been a very eye-opening tournament, and I would like to thank everyone that plays with me on my team and on the other teams. And she specifically connects eyes with Ocean and says, we sacrifice...
Which eyes?
All her eyes.
Okay.
We sacrifice together, and we all one in our own way together. This one is for the beasts, and for you, the beasts in the audience. And this will be my last time playing with the gargoyles. My last time playing anti-ball.
No!
Thank you for honoring me with this victory.
Oof. The crowd erupts into both cheers and
armpit
gasps.
eyeballs close their lids as she puts her arm down.
Actually, that even happens on like the made up eyeballs here. Like these ones that are
also
drawn on in the
close.
audience, they close. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Whew. So who is the least momentum?
Kurt and Aaron. Oh, no, it's Kurt.
It's
So that
Kurt.
means
Yeah.
you
Okay.
That's great.
narrate
That's
the
really
state of
fitting.
Athebassus Station with the closing of the tournament. Where does the station go?
See, this is the thing. It's not orbiting anywhere. And in the fervor and delight and cruelty and anger and just the rawness of Antiball, it's easy to forget that this is not a station around a planet. It's just drifting through space. And I think as soon as this tournament ends, the next bells ring. Ringing, ringing, ringing. And the teams are called up again. It's a never-ending cycle.
Ooh. Well, that puts our little our finale here in an interesting light.
Yeah, so we now go around in a circle, with the ending with the winner, and each player may provide a short epilogue about their character, their team, and any other relevant topics. Take this opportunity to ask any questions you may have.
So going cyber clockwise, I guess it starts with me. I would say I think Ocean has learned a lot about. It couldn't be articulated, you know. These lessons that they've internalized about what it means to be here and to connect with people and to be part of a team, to not be part of a team. Like it all swirls around their mind. And I think Ocean ends up becoming a referee. I think transitions to this neutral zone and the flexibility that comes with it and the camaraderie that comes with being able to find yourself in between it all without being a force. So yeah, I think that's, and the Auroras keep winning. Not today, but again soon, I'm sure.
Amazing. Shovelhead is unconscious as the tournament comes to a close, recovering from his wounds. He misses all these events. Trolls win, and it's not till a couple days later, as the next tournament is being called and teams are rising up, that he finally opens his eyes. Amanda, can I ask a favor? Would Troll be there? Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I think Troll would be there.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As Shovelhead opens his eyes, he is babbling. Like it starts as little mumbles. You can see that he's starting to come out of it, and then it gets louder and louder, and you hear it was the silence. They could all hear the rhythm, the bells. Well, I don't know. I never heard it. I don't know the bells.
What are you saying?
I never heard the bells.
What are you saying, Shovelhead? I'm here.
What do they sound like? Everyone speaks about it. What do they sound like?
They sound like the end of all things.
Oh, what? Say it again.
They sound like the end of all things.
And Shovelhead, just like his first moments awake again, he just sits there thinking, silent for a whole minute. Maybe it's a good thing I've never heard him. I want to ask you one question. Two questions. One, who won?
You did.
No, we did. We pulled it out. My God. My God. I knew we had it in us. I knew it was me and those goddamn bastards who've lost everything for this game. I did it for them. I hope to save them. Maybe the Auroras, maybe some of them will stop. That's my second question. One of your teammates, they told me that you saw inside Ocean for a moment. I wanted to know, what did you see? Who did they lose for the spell of winning? Who did they sacrifice?
That is something I cannot speak about. But I can say that if you think that they are the only ones that lose to win, that's not true.
Fair enough. Oh, we won. God, we won. And with that, his eyes close one more time. And he slips away.
He dies?
Hmm.
Maybe. Jeez.
I don't know. It's time for yours.
Oh yeah, it's mine. I think that Troll retires and everybody wants Troll to come out of retirement to do like one more game or to like speak more about the win. But although she still sees her teammates and supports whatever they want to do to sort of capitalize on the victory, she doesn't ever talk about the tournament again. That's it.
There it is, folks. That's the end of the game.
The chord nebulae will align again. The bells will ring out once more. You cannot stop it. They came to play ball.
Yeah, they did. Can
Amazing.
we get an F in the chat for 90CCG who just popped in at the last minute to ask,
my
this
God.
like D&D or something?
Basically.
I'm sorry. What a confusing thing to enter into.
It is
What a
like
strange
D&D.
life.
But
It's like D&D or something.
Back. It's something, all right.
Or something.
This was an indie RPG that was called. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for the donation, for the $25 tip. Woo! I'll go
nice.
towards making my internets at home more stable. F in the chat. Pay those respects. But yes, this is basically like D&D or something. It is an indie RPG called They Came to Play Ball by Adira Slattery. It's really, really fun, and basically we play space baseball called anti-ball, and it's just really dramatic and really cool. So would recommend. Very fun. You can always rewind that VOD. I'm going to leave it up on YouTube for now. So it'll be up for a while. So if you're watching that, you might be one of the few people, because I don't know if I'm going to leave it up forever, but we'll see. It might just be up forever.
Get in there when you can.
Raw. So get in there when you can. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and playing ball with us. You all came to play ball, and so did we. What a dramatic
We'll catch you
day.
next time with another session of our formally unnamed, but we informally call it the Dream Team, collection of human beings who play indie role-playing games. This was our first stream to YouTube, so hello if you enjoy Amanda McKnight's YouTube content and stuck around for the 2 hours it took us to tell this story. What a special gem you are.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining Amanda and her vegan economists on this wonderful journey.
And thank you, my vegan economist friends, for joining me. This was very fun. If you guys are not already subscribed or following us on Twitch or YouTube, please go do those things. It helps us out. And we appreciate everyone that came. Thank you so much to Michael for the tip. Thank you so much to Chris for all of the gifted subs, 20 gifted subs. And thank you, I am Nick the Good, for resubscribing.
6 months. 6 months of subscription
subbed.
for being so good.
For being so good. And I am Nick the Good also tipped $10 as well. Oh no, that was a while ago. I've scrolled too far back. Too far back in time, but they did tip last time. Anyways, thank you everybody for chilling with us. Do you guys want to say anything else before you go about this game or yourselves?
Oh,
Anthony,
there's
Kurt?
one thing I'll say.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will come up again before this concludes, but me, Kurt Reffling, role-playing game designer, am going to be launching a Kickstarter in October for a game about abandoned theme parks and growing up, the bittersweet nostalgia of growing up. So that's going to be coming around. We'll stream it. We'll stream the game. You don't have to remember things, but just heads up, baby. Games are coming afoot. And we got the cover art just a couple days ago. Oh, it's gorgeous.
I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Kurt is just getting the momentum going.
Yeah. This is me. The feet are going crazy under the desk. So I got to show you the arms so you know for real.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Cool. Anthony, is there anything else that you would like to add?
That game was great.
It was really great.
A lot of fun, really fun.
Adira, if you
Adira.
see this, we love you. What a
Amanda
great game you
always
made.
says at the end of every game we play that she wants to play it again. And I'm really feeling that right now. I'm like, oh, there's so much juicy shit to get into. I'd love to play again. I also think it would be good with a bigger group. I got the vibes.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
I think,
cool.
but I also feel like this is a game where like you couldn't really have too many people, which is interesting because I don't play a lot of RPG games where I'm like, you know, a lot of RPG games you're like, oh, but if you had too many people, it would be so slow. But this feels like it's really action packed the whole way through, which I love. Yeah. So
I stole
you can get this game. You can get this game if you do the old Google of "They Came to Play Ball." It's on itch.io, and I don't know, maybe other platforms. You know, it's on there. You know, it's on there at a reasonable role-playing game cost.
And if you play it, let us know next time we're on here. That'd be so exciting to hear somebody played a game that we played because we played it. That would be so cool.
That'd be really
That would be cool.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Do the things, hit the buttons, click the likes, the subscribes, all the things. But mostly just love yourself and drink lots of water.
Yeah.
That's important. All right. Let's say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Fang.